these guys revived a famous old brewery in Leeds, but are they doing this British establishment justice with the new beers that they're producing? This is Kirkstall Judicious Juicy Pale, coming in at 4.8%. So this old Kirkstall brewery used to be a very large institution, very famous beer. I think its name derives from some sort of abbey or something, and went under like a lot of British brewing institutions have done. And these guys have come in and they revived the name, and they've brought it up into a kind of a modern brewery, and they're brewing some quite modern beers. I've heard a lot about them, and I'm finally trying one of their beers. I've picked up Judicious. It's a juicy pale ale, so I'm imagining that this is going to be a hazy. Just picked it out of the fridge, so I haven't actually read into it. But it's saying this juicy pale is packed with flavors of pink grapefruit, pineapple, mango, passion fruit, and peach, with a subtle hint of coconut. So that tells me there's a lot of American hops, maybe even some New Zealand hops in there. Coconut sounds like it might be Sabro. That's a bit, it's a bit like Marmite for beer drinkers. You either love Sabro or you hate it. So yeah, let's see if they're doing this old English institution justice with the new brewery under the same name. Let's crack it open and find out. All right, that is a big white head on that. Quite foamy. It has poured a kind of, I'd say it's like a murky orange colour. I don't know if that makes it better under the lights, not really. Yeah, hazy, a little bit murky on the kind of darker side. Hope that doesn't mean that it's oxidized or anything. I don't think so. It's in a can. Let's see how she smells. It's not a sentence I should be saying often. Let's see how it smells. Yeah. It's kind of a bright smell there. Quite getting a lot of mango in that. I'm seeing, yeah, I mean, they're listing grapefruit, pineapple, mango, passion fruit, and peach. I think right off the nose, I'm getting mango and definitely pineapple. Not much kind of zing from any kind of grapefruit or anything. Little bit of sweetness on that. I'm not sure if that's just coming from the hop aroma or it's to do with the malts. Yeah, smells like a nice juicy pale ale. Let's see if it drinks like a nice juicy pale ale. Yeah. Bit of a gulper. Okay. Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, it is very kind of tropical fruity. There is a kind of a bitterness that is hitting you. It's not quite like West Coast IPA kind of bitterness, but it's no, it's up front. It's quite sharp on the tongue at first, and then it dissipates, and then that fruitiness kind of really comes through. Those tropical fruits and a little bit of sweetness comes through afterwards. I think this is giving this kind of sensation of like when you drink Robinson's tropical fruit juice. Like it's fruity. Depends how diluted it is. I'm not a heavy diluter, so mine would be quite watery. So that's what this is. This is not doesn't have much body to it, so it's almost like one of those tropical fruit squashes that we used to drink when we were kids. Grapefruit definitely coming through um, on the palate. It's really not there that much on the aroma, but definitely that kind of grapefruit pithiness is there. Um, I'd say it's not too much. It's not dominating. It's just it's married in quite well with that mango and pineapple. I'm talking about coconut here, but I'm not really getting it. Yeah, no, not really getting much coconut on that. Peach, I'd say, yeah, maybe. I think maybe I'm not sure what peach is coming from. Maybe that's coming from the yeast. I know, like verdant yeast can give kind of like I think that's apricot. So maybe that peach is coming from whatever yeast they're using. For me, it's a solid drinker. I'd say it's about a 4 out of 5. Um, I like a little bit more body. I'd like a little bit more body on it. But yeah, no, nothing wrong with it. They're doing a decent job. I can see why people are talking about Kirkstall Brewery. And it's Leeds. My mum's from Yorkshire, so I always like to support Yorkshire breweries. Big history in Yorkshire. Some of the best beers in the world, in my opinion, are made in Yorkshire with the Samuel Smiths and Timothy Taylors, just the two most famous. And Kirkstall is doing Leeds proud here. I think that's a decent, solid hazy pale ale. Yeah, I think they've gone for a kind of like easier drinking thing. It's not your big bodied kind of um, pale, full of oats and wheats kind of New England IPA or proper hazy pale ale. They've gone for a kind of more kind of subtle. That's not really the right word. More, it's more leaning towards the older style pale ales, but it's still hazy. The body's a little bit less. I guess it's easier drinking, and you could probably drink more than a couple of these. So you could session this for sure. This is a sessionable hazy pale ale. It's not too much on the palate. You're not going to get overwhelmed with it. Sometimes some of these big juice bombs, you have one or two, and you just want to move to a lager or something to keep drinking for the rest of the night because it's too much. I think that this, like I said, this is more like a Robinson's fruit juice kind of beer. So it's thirst quenching. Imagine on a hot day in a pub garden, this would be very good, very very good actually. So yeah, depending on context, I might bump that 4 out of 5 up a bit. Um, yeah, pretty decent beer, lads and lasses. Worth a go. So if you see that in the shop or in the pub, grab yourself a Judicious. If you're into juicy beers, I know some people don't like too much grapefruit. What's his name? Tweedy Pubs, I think his name is. Good YouTube channel, like his channel. He does not like grapefruit. Well, not too much grapefruit in here, mate. Just tropical goodness. So maybe you might like that. Go and have a gander at Kirkstall. They seem to be doing good things there. Cheers. Enjoy.